Okay, so welcome to Observing Web Requests. This is 6222 Packet Tracer. And this is not a graded activity. This activity is designed to demonstrate the flow of packets between a PC and a web server. So let's take a peek here. First, we want to verify the connectivity to the web server. So click the External Client and access the command prompt from the Desktop tab. So here's External Client, and we're going to go to the desktop and the command prompt. Now we're going to use the ping command. So we're going to ping to reach the URL Cisco learn web.com. And we're going to go ahead and hit enter. It's pinging. Okay, the first one timed out. So packets sent 4, packets received 3, lost 1. All right. So we need to notice that the IP address is included in the ping output. This address is obtained from the DNS server. All traffic forwarded across the network uses IP address information. Close the command prompt window, but leave the External Client desktop open. So let's close that. We're going to leave that. Now, step number 2 is to connect to the web server. So from the desktop window, we're going to access the web browser. So here we go. And in the URL section, we're going to type Cisco learn.web.com. Be sure to read the web page that is displayed and leave this page open. So let's see what we can find. We're going to hit go. And so you can pause this also if you would like and go ahead and read what it has to say. Okay, and that's at the bottom. Headers of different sizes and many other things is just some of what the HTML coding allows. All right, so we're going to view the HTML code. We're going to click the Cisco learn.web.com server and go to the Config tab and the HTTP tab. Okay, so I'm going to just move this out of the way. We're going to leave this page open, but I'm going to move this over here. And then what we want to do is we want to click here on the Cisco learn web.com server. So we're going to click on that. The other one popped down. And we're going to go to Config. And we're going to hit the HTTP tab. And here you can see the text written in the HTML coding on the server to the web browser display page and external client. This may require that you remaximize the external client window if it is shrunk when you open the server window. Excuse me. So here you have HTML code. Close both the external client and the web server windows. So this is something you use in the CIS 195 class. So we can close that one. And our external client is here. We're going to close that one. Observe that step 4 is observe the traffic between the client and the web server. So we're going to enter into the simulation mode. Remember, that's behind the real time here. Click on that. Okay. And we're going to double click on the simulation panel to unlock it from the PT window. This allows you to move the simulation panel to view the entire network topology. Because I have such a wide screen that we're doing off of, we don't need to worry about that. So view the traffic by creating a complex PDU in simulation mode. Remember when we had these? Oh, is it going to tell me which one it is? There we go. Simple. Okay, this is the complex. So the complex one is the one with the thing opening up, and we want to edit filters and check only the boxes. So we're going to edit the filters and check only the boxes for the TCP and the HTTPS. HTTP, not the HTTPS. That is a secure thing. So there's that one. Okay, so we're going to TCP and HTTP. All right. Then we're going to add the complex PDU by clicking the Open Simulation Mode icon. And we're going to click the ciscolearn.com server to specify it as the destination device. First we wanted to click here, and then we're going to click here. So we have a source and we have a destination, and I don't see those anywhere. Okay, let's try that again. So here's my source, and here's my destination, and we're going to create PDU. No. Okay. Put it on the pause. Okay, this is what I did. So we did both of those, and then we're supposed to specify the complex PDU settings by changing the following within the complex PDU window. So under PDU settings, right here, the select application should be set to HTTP. So we're going to change that. And then we're going to, for the source port, we're going to type 1000. And under the simulation settings here, we're going to select periodic interval and select 120. Create the PDU. Okay, the destination IP address is invalid. Okay, so we're going to start over in the simulation. We're going to go back to this. So in our simulation, edit our filters to be TCP and HTTP, and then we're going to view the traffic. So we're going to add a complex PDU. Here we go. Okay, there we go. This is our source. This is our destination. Our source doesn't have an IP address. Why is that? So then we're supposed to change this to HTTP. We lost the destination IP address. The port is 1000 and the periodic is 120. Okay, so we see that there's a problem there. Oh, okay, so we were trying to figure out what happened here. So when I do go to my server and I check the IP configuration, it does have an IP address. So let's write that down. 172.16.15.200, and our subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and a gateway 172.16.15.1. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's close that, and we're going to close that. Let's go back to here again and check this IP configuration. Okay, and this is 192.168.110, and 192 is the gateway, 168.1.1, and the DNS server is 192.168.150. All right, so we do know that each of them have an IP address. So let's see what we think the problem is here. We go back to filters. Okay, HTTP and TCP. Then we click on this. We've got our envelope. We are creating a complex. So when we click on here as a source, we see the IP address there. And we click to here. Now that time it had a destination. So let's see, it didn't show the source. HTTP. Now because of this is somehow changed. Our source port is 1000 and our periodic is 120. Okay, so the destination IP address is incorrect. I can see that. Don't know why it's not staying in there. So because we know them physically, let's see if we can create them ourselves. The destination is 172.168.110, and the source IP address is 192.168.110. All right. Click the external client, which we did, to specify it as the source. The complex PDU window will appear. Click ciscolearnweb.com server as the destination. Okay. So that changes everything. Why does that change it? Okay, I'm still a little confused. So, make sure these are correct. All right. We're going to click the external client to specify as the source. The window will appear. Then we click the Cisco Learn Web as the destination. Notice the IP address of the web server will appear in the destination box within the complex PDU. Yes, it is there. Specify the complex PDU settings by changing the following within the PDU window. Okay, this is what we have, the complex PDU. The PDU settings select application should be HTTP, but when we do that, then our information disappears. For the source port, type 1000. And for the simulation settings, periodic, interval 120, create. It's not there. So let's do it my way. The destination should be the 172.168.110, and the source was 192.168.110. Okay, now let's see. I have no idea why they disappeared. Create the PDU. There we go. Well, I don't understand that. Observe the traffic flow by clicking the Auto Capture Play button in the simulation panel and speed up the animation by using the play control slider, which we can do right here. We can see that it went from our external client to the internet. It's going through it went through the remote switch, now it's going through the web switch, and it's going to there. Scroll through the event list, which is this here. Just make that a little bit wider so you can see. Notice the number of packets that traveled from source to destination. HTTP is a TCP protocol, which you can see over here, which requires connection establishment and acknowledgement of receipt of packets, considerably increasing the amount of traffic overhead. So you can see all these these are all packets going over as it's moving. But now it's returning. So there we see external client to the remote switch, to the internet, to the web switch, to the server. And there you have it. Observing how web requests work and how you can see it's to demonstrate the flow of packets between the PC and the web server. So even though we had a little glitch there, I figured it out. I do not know why the information would disappear when we clicked on that, but we fixed it. So, yay! Good job. Thank you for joining me on this exciting adventure in education.